Yo, what's up, Virgo? Welcome to monthly forecast for the month of March 2018. Virgo, we've got a lot of substantial astrology happening this month. We've got two full moons again. This just happened. It happened in January. We had two full moons. So it's happening again. It's really rare to have two blue moons in the same year. So this is not going to happen again for another 19 years. So it's really substantial. And Jupiter's also going retrograde on March 8th. This one has to do with your communication. I'll get more into that later in the forecast. We've also got your ruler Mercury, which is going retrograde on March 22nd. That's going to retrograde until April 15th. It's going to cause some jam ups and some blips and some errors in your communication process, especially being that Mercury is your ruler. And the sun is going to be in an area for you, Virgo, throughout the month of March 2018 that has to do with relationship in your life. So there's going to be greater focus on your relationship if you're in one. Now, if you're single, this is a great time for you to approach the object of your affection. The sun is in this area and it's highlighting this area. It's bringing warmth, vitality, and success to your ability to bring a relationship into your life. So a relationship's not going to fall out of the sky into your lap, Virgo. You got to make it happen. And then the sun is going to shift on March 20th. It's going to move into an area that has to do with shared resources, shared finances. This area has to do with joint financial ventures. It has to do with your sex life. It has to do with contracts, deals, negotiations for some of you. So you're going to be pretty busy with all the things that I just mentioned following March 20th. I know that's a lot of stuff, but those are the main themes for you, Virgo, for the month of March 2018. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat on March 1st, we've got a full moon in your sign. So it's time to get rid of Virgo 1.0 because Virgo 2.0 is trying to come in. So take your eyes off of the rear view mirror, Virgo. It's time to move forward. This full moon is happening in your sign, so it might precipitate some new beginnings in your life potentially. If not, there might be a development regarding matters of self. It's in your sign. You're a Virgo, so Virgo is the first house. It's the first house of self. So look out regarding look for a change regarding matters of self following March 1st, that full moon, or, potentially for some of you, like I said, maybe some new beginnings trying to make their way into your life following March 1st. On March 4th, Mercury, your ruler, is aligning with Venus. So you have Mercury and Venus aligning in the same part of the sky. This has to do with a relationship in your life. Mercury is communication. Venus is love. Potentially you're flirting. You should be flirting with somebody, especially if you're single. You should make an effort to spark up a conversation with somebody that you're interested in. If you're already coupled up, this is very great. This is great communication. This is positive communication. This is smooth communication. This communication is flowing or should be flowing between you and your significant other on March 4th. So look out for that right around March 4th. On March 8th, Jupiter is going to go retrograde. It's going to retrograde until July 10th. This is in an area for you that has to do with communication, and being that you're ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, this might jam up your communication process a little bit because it's going retrograde. It looks like it's going backwards. It's not really going backwards, but it looks like it is. What does that mean astrologically? Well, this area also has to do with learning, so potentially R for retrograde, R for review. If you need to learn anything while Jupiter is retrograding, is a great time to do so. Between March 8th and July 10th is when Jupiter will be retrograding. Others of you might become interested in car buying potentially. That's a very specific thing. I'm not saying all Virgos are going to start looking for a new car right around this time, but Jupiter in this area, this is a great time to buy a new car because Jupiter is going to retrograde from March 8th and July 10th, so that might be a great time for you to kind of check out your options. And then Jupiter is going to move forward on July 10th, and it's going to be in this area of communication until November 8th. So, potentially some of you by November could be buying a new car. I'm not saying it's going to happen for all of you. For others of you, maybe this just has to do with your communication or some development regarding the communication aspect of your life. Others of you might be able to update your phone. Only a select few of you are involved in media, TV, film, radio, music, whatever. If you are one of the select few that are, then, potentially between now and November 8th, there might be some kind of development, but you might have to wait until following July 10th to see anything happen in order for it to come to fruition. On March 11th, Mars will aspect Uranus. This is something unexpected coming up in a shared resource situation. Uranus is the planet of the unexpected. Potentially, this might have to do with somebody in your home life, something coming up coming out of left field regarding something in your home life. Now, if some of you are, I'm not saying all Virgos are looking for property or looking to make a move property-wise or whatever, but this would suggest something coming up unexpectedly regarding, an investment that has to do, so you're investing something that has to do with your property or your home life. I know that's very specific. So if that fits your situation, you could see something come up unexpectedly right around March 11th regarding what I just mentioned. Now, for others of you, this could precipitate some sort of, Mars is a impetuous attraction. All of a sudden, you're becoming impetuously attracted to somebody under your roof. Obviously, if you live with your lover or your significant other, this might precipitate some sort of passionate encounter potentially. On March 13th, the Sun is going to aspect Jupiter, which is retrograding. And this one has to do with communicating in a relationship situation. So if there's something, Jupiter's a big planet, and potentially this conversation might have happened before. So if there's something big that you have to communicate, it's something very substantial that you have to communicate in a relationship situation, then March 13th might be the way, or it might be the date for you to do it. So if you're single, then, you should definitely make an effort to communicate something or strike up a conversation with the object of your affection right around March 13th, because, potentially this person's relationship material, and if you don't get things off the ground right away, then you might have to wait until Jupiter starts to move forward again, which is following July 10th. But you might get some hint here. Even if you're single and you make an effort to communicate to somebody you're interested in for a relationship, eventually this is somebody that you might have, a successful time with. And that sort of segues nicely into the next thing I'm going to talk about, because on March 17th, there's a new moon, and it's going to hit in this area for you that has to do with the relationship. The 6 months that follow March 17th, all of a sudden now, if you're single, there might be a new relationship coming into your life, Virgo. And I'm not saying that's definite. So, for some of you, you can expect someone to come in if you're single. For others of you, potentially if you're coupled up, you might be looking to take your relationship to the next level. The 6 months that follow March 17th is a great time for you to go to the next level with whoever you're partnered up with, Virgo. So if you are happy and you want to, move things forward, then this new moon looks like it's set to give you what you want. Now, if things aren't going so well, take action, and, maybe that's going to be, somebody else is going to come in for you. So this definitely suggests something new about relationships. So if you're with somebody and you're like, oh, the situation's not great, then, potentially maybe you should check out your options. There might be somebody else coming in the 6 months that follow March 17th who might be more aligned with who you are, more aligned with, your situation. On March 22nd, your ruler Mercury is going to start to retrograde, and it's going to retrograde in an area that has to do with shared resources. It's going to retrograde in this area that has to do with a joint financial venture, investments, contracts for some of you. And R for retrograde, R for revision. So, if you are a Virgo that's dealing with a contract of some sort that's important between March 22nd and April 15th while your ruler Mercury is retrograding, there may need to be revisions that take place before it goes forward. Or this could have to do with a shared resource situation. What are you reviewing about a shared resource? Who do you share your life with? Who do you share your stuff with, Virgo, if you do? There might be something under review about this situation, or, in a worst case scenario, R for retrograde, R for release. Some of you maybe are clinging on to somebody who's not the best for you. Potentially it's time to talk about Mercury's talk. It's time to talk about releasing the situation. Time to let go, Virgo, potentially for some of you. If there's an outdated shared resource situation in your life that's pretty specific, it's obviously not going to resonate for all of you. On March 25th, Venus will aspect Jupiter. This is communicating about love and romance with somebody who you share your resources with, or potentially this might be to somebody who's in a business partnership, or if that's not the case, this might be you communicating about a creative endeavor of some sort, or making adjustments with a creative endeavor that's important to you. On March 31st, there's a full moon. This one has to do with your money situation. The full moon in this area can resonate in different ways. I've seen it resonate sometimes as a payout, and other times I've seen it resonate as an expense. So it's going to be one or the other. I hope for your sake that it's a payout. Hopefully you're getting some money. And following March 31st, following that full moon, that's a blue moon, sometime following March 31st, yeah, maybe some of you are going to get some money. If not, then I hate to say, sometimes this resonates as an unexpected expense. I hope not, Virgo. I hope you get a payout. I hope you get some money there. Or this has to do with the development in the area where you earn your money. But that's all I have for you this month, Virgo. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like. I'm on Instagram as Gregory Furlan Astrology, so give me a follow there. I post daily astrology. Thank you for watching. Have a great month, and I'll see you next time.